In this video, I'll break down how our company helps new and established coaches to make 7 to 40,000 euros a month. And I also will cover the problems that they're facing and what are some of the solutions we see are as a good fit. And also, I'll actually show you a lot of examples of how the ads looked, what is the difference, and what I recommend for if you're a coach, what you could do to make more money, get more clients, and scale your business further. Hi, my name is Nick Jansons, and I have a team that helps coaches, consultants, and experts scale and grow their businesses. And we have a team from Latvia that helps them to actually build it, implement it, and actually we teach all of these things as well. And here's the first case study with Indre, who is one of our top clients, very successful client, and she joined, and after 1 month she started to earn 7.5 thousand euros, and the contracted value was 25,000 euros. And in this video and right now, I'll also break down these strategies, what they did and how they did it. And let me give you one more case study. The second case study came from Bartos, who's our client from Poland. And also the strategies we helped him to implement in 4-month time span, roughly 4 months. That new strategy generated 150,000, and it resulted also in 40 new high-ticket sales from that as well. And we also did interviews with them, so you can check them out on their YouTube. Yes, not so many views, but still cool interviews, and they're actually sharing their kind of things. So for Indre, the strategy, how she got the clients is a little bit different than Bartos, and we're gonna go into that in a bit. But the first thing I want to cover is the things I see which are huge problems. Most coaches, consultants are trying to sell their sessions, they're trying to sell their time, but it actually is hurting them to sell. What they need to start selling, the mechanism and how they do it. And here you can see a great example that you need to define in your mind what's the starting point of that client which you're looking to target, and what's that client's end point. And that end point for most coaches is too vague. It doesn't work if you say more productive or higher income or feeling better about yourself or feeling healthier. That is too vague. A better example is I'll help you to land a 6-figure job in 90 days, or I help you get a job in tech company that will pay you at least 50,000 a year, or I'll help you to achieve your yearly goals within 90 days. Boom! For productivity, that's a great example. Or I'm gonna help you to get 25 new clients in the next 90 days, guaranteed in writing, for example, right? Specific things. That is way too important to latch off. Second thing is trying to sell high ticket, and when I mean high ticket, I mean like 2, 3, 5, 10, 20,000 euros worth of services to people who have never heard about you and don't know you, maybe they like you but don't know you, don't trust you, without building some authority. And for that, a good thing is actually content. And you can see here, that's why I'm also like working more on the content. You can see here, some of them are like 40,000 views, 50,000 views, 44,000 views, 18,000 views, and some of these videos are taking off, like 94,000 views. And this does help and position a little bit this thrust thing, which is important nowadays. The next thing is to send these content pieces to the people via emails, via the messaging. And also one of the key things is you need to understand your clients' problems and desires and wants even better than themselves. They understand it. And that's how you're gonna be positioned, and they're gonna see you as an authority and an expert in that particular industry. The next thing, you can't grow a business or a coaching business if you don't have a predictable way to generate new interested people who are interested in your services. And I just want to show you, this is my Slack channel, which gets direct integrations from Pipedrive. Whenever I get a lead, you can see here, we will blur out the names, so it's like these GDPR things, but you can see all the time leads coming in. This is like daily. So in our company, we get like from 50 to 150, sometimes 200 leads per day. Yes, that's per day. And we get bookings every day from 10 to 30 booked calls. And these are qualified calls because we filter them and we do call them to just make sure they're a good fit. That is also key. And here I wanted to show you the case study, which I promised you. So here you can see these were the ads. They were actually for Indra, a great case. She is originally from Lithuania. They moved to Sweden, and actually the campaigns we launched for her were actually in Lithuanian, and they worked the best. And she finds fulfillment in that, and she's gonna do it even more in Lithuania. And most of the people who come to us who are from Europe, we actually do recommend them to like work with their local market, because they can easily make 20-30,000 a month, like working only with their native market. For example, I'm from Latvia. In my Latvian market, the best month we had was last year, when we generated around 90,000 euros cash collected with our own Latvian market, with a product that price point is like 2,800, which is not so high, which is pretty good. And probably many coaches need to realize that you will have way more advantages doing it in your own language, because there's less competition. You can stand out more. You can be positioned as an expert because that's in your country. And here you can see the example that she basically, in the first 9 days, 51 lead came in and 39 booked calls. And the strategy she used was a very simple strategy, which is an ad and form after they fill out the questionnaire. Like that form is on Meta, and then they have an opportunity to book a call via Calendly. In the form there's like a button, click on button, opens Calendly, and then you schedule a call immediately. That's it. That's the process. And then it's important to have like follow-up processes to actually kind of a little bit educate, a little bit show your expertise, show your authority, and then that's gonna make people actually to attend these calls, because it can be like, so you kind of sign up, and then like, do I need to attend this call or not? So it's a little bit vague. So it does help to have some email follow-ups to make sure these people are actually coming to the meeting. And that's it. And she was selling for 1,500 euros worth of packages. That's it. Very simple, very straight to it. And as she says in the interview, you need to work a lot to do these numbers. So she had like, like meetings after meetings, and then working with the clients, and like working. It's not so simple. Many people like look at this and like, oh, it's so simple. I'm just gonna make millions and make thousands of euros and like, blah, blah, blah. But it's not. It does take a lot of effort to achieve it. And for the second client, Bartos, who made 150K in 4 months, this was a strategy that he used to achieve it. So it's called a video sales letter funnel strategy, which basically is a fancy word to say they have an opt-in, as you can see here, and then there's a page which has a video on it, and that invites people to schedule a call after it. So here's an example of that page. Let's say this is the after they sign up page, but before you go here, you're like, oh, this sounds interesting. You sign up, and then there's this page that says, this is the video. And this is kind of the video sales letter, which is like and many times pre-scripted. In my case as well, these are like pre-scripted. There's like a script written out, and then I use a teleprompter to just read it out. And I try to make it like you don't kind of think it's made up. No, you don't. I try to film it in a way that you feel Nix didn't read it. I was like talking about it. And then after that, there's like a book a call page, and then there's like a thank you page, and that's it. And here in between is the qualification process. With these kind of strategies and methods, and I also use this primarily to get customers for my business. I also do the same way as you can see here. I'll show you. So here you can see this is like 15 days. This is like this month. Right now is March. It's 15 March. So you can see I'm paying this much calls are booked per day in Latvian market, and this is how many calls are booked in my English market per day. And you can see here, this is how much I pay per booked call with this kind of funnel. You can see I'm paying from 50 euros to some days even like 200, because it's like a Saturday. Nobody is calling them. That's why it's a little bit higher. But on average, our booked call cost is around 90 euros in English. In Latvia, it's like 50. So in my native market, it's almost twice less expensive than the English market. But of course, our price point is a little bit different. So it does make sense still for us to do it outside of Latvia. Okay, so a small recap. Don't sell sessions, sell the outcome, sell the mechanism. Try to position yourself as an authority by sending emails, by creating some content, and then lastly, figure out a lead generation system to generate consistently leads. And number 4, understand it's gonna take effort and work. It's possible to make money online. Many people do it, and you can do it as well. And then keep doing it persistently, and you will see results as well. So stay sharp, and I see you in the next video.